Hello and welcome. Today we're taking a look at a really different approach to addiction treatment, one that's designed to fit into your actual life. It's called Outpatient Detox, and we're going to dive right in.
You know, this is the question, isn't it? It's the one that stops so many people from even starting the journey to get help. How in the world are you supposed to balance this urgent need for treatment with all the demands of your job, your family, your entire life? It can feel like an impossible situation, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
All right, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll talk about that core problem, the treatment dilemma. Then, we'll get into exactly what outpatient detox is. After that, we'll see how it offers immediate relief. And finally, we'll look at the proof and the personalization that really make it work.
Okay, so let's dig into that fundamental challenge. For a lot of people, when they think about traditional rehab, it just brings up this huge and honestly often impossible conflict between the need to get well and the need to just stay present in their own lives.
And this right here is the heart of that conflict. On one side, you've got inpatient care, which demands weeks, sometimes months, away from everything, your home, your family, your job. But on the other side, you've got the nonstop realities of life, right? Parenting, holding down a career, finishing your degree. For so many, putting off treatment feels like the only choice, but that just makes the struggle so much deeper.
So if that's the massive problem, what's the solution? Well, this brings us to a really flexible alternative that was specifically designed to bridge that exact gap: outpatient detoxification. At its core, the idea is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Outpatient detox gives you that critical supervised medical care you need to safely get through withdrawal, but it does it without requiring you to check into a facility and live there. You get the treatment you need during the day, and then you go home at night. It's about integrating recovery into your life, not separating you from it. And don't think for a second that this is some kind of light version of treatment. It's a really comprehensive system of care. You're getting all the same crucial pieces you would in a traditional program: constant medical oversight, one-on-one and group therapy, sessions for your family, and a recovery plan that's built just for you. And here's the really important part. This isn't some new, untested idea. Outpatient detox is a proven, evidence-based model. It's actually recognized by major professional organizations like the American Society of Addiction Medicine. That basically validates it as a legitimate and effective way to treat addiction, just like you treat any other chronic illness. Now, this brings us to an absolutely critical part of this whole process: getting help immediately. See, when someone is finally ready to accept treatment, that moment, it's precious. And you know what? It can disappear in a flash. Being able to act on it instantly can make all the difference in the world. And this model is really equipped to handle withdrawal from a huge range of substances. We're talking about everything from alcohol and opiates, which can be just brutal and even dangerous to withdraw from, to stimulants and other drugs. The medical team has the protocols in place to manage all of these different challenging situations safely.
The whole path to getting relief is built for speed. So instead of waiting around for days or weeks for a bed to open up, you can literally just show up. You'll meet with a nurse for a quick evaluation, and they can get you medication to ease those withdrawal symptoms almost right away. The goal is to get you stabilized fast, so the real work of recovery can actually begin.
And this really gets to the heart of why that speed matters so much. That window of opportunity is absolutely everything. Think about it. If someone is in the absolute agony of withdrawal but they can't get help right then and there, the chance of them going back to the substance just for relief is incredibly high. And that just continues a really dangerous cycle, and it seriously increases the risk of an overdose.
Okay, so we know what it is and we know how it gets started, but why is it so effective? Let's take a look at the proof and the real power behind a personalized approach. These advantages tie directly back to that dilemma we talked about at the beginning. You get to stay home, you can keep up with your responsibilities, and this one is huge. You get to learn and apply new coping skills in your actual life, not in some protected bubble. You stay connected to your friends and family, and it's often more affordable, which removes another major barrier for so many people. There's also a really key difference in philosophy here. Instead of a mass treatment model where you might have 100 or more people in a facility, this approach is all about small, intimate groups. This allows for care that's truly personalized, where your medication can be tailored specifically to you, and therapy can get to the root of your unique issues. It's a class over mass idea, where you as an individual are at the center of the plan. And you can really hear the difference this makes in people's lives. This is from someone named JR.
And they point out the benefit of being in a stress-free setting instead of feeling confined 24/7. They also mention how it opens the door for more family involvement, which we know is just so critical for a strong support system.
Wow. This story from Brandy B is just so powerful. It really speaks to that human element, the kind of compassionate approach that makes you feel seen. Cared for me as a person, not just an addict. That one line can be the spark that helps someone truly believe in their own future again. It's an amazing testament to what this model can do.
So as we wrap things up, it really leaves us with a big question to think about. When you look at its ability to remove these huge barriers, to provide immediate relief, and to weave recovery right into the fabric of someone's daily life, you have to wonder, is this type of integrated, real-world care the future of how we approach addiction treatment?